Hi, welcome to Porsha and Friends. I'm Porsha, and this is my good friend Kenneth here. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing several different topics. The first topic we're going to get into is the whole Laverne Cox situation.
When we met 5 years ago at the height of the pandemic, he was 26, I was 48. He is blonde hair, blue eyed, MAGA Republican voter who is a New York City police officer. We were madly in love. I did not develop any of these politics. I still have my own. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend was.
Hey, Extra, I'm Carlos Greer, and I'm here with Laverne Cox as she opens up about love, loss, and making people laugh as she takes the stage for her one-woman show.
It's called Girl, How Did I Get Here? It'll be a night that you will never forget.
On the carpet, she's a bona fide fashion killer. On screen, she made Emmy history as the first openly trans person for her role in Orange is the New Black.
I made my own couture. Commissary don't carry a size 13.
You broke the glass ceiling for the trans community.
When Orange happened, I was just in such bliss because I just loved telling the story. I'd never seen anything like that on TV before.
I don't need your pity.
Good, because I ain't got none to give.
I also knew that if I was going to have the mainstream career that no other trans person had had, we needed to change the narrative with and about trans people.
Laverne taking back her own narrative and taking on the critics after she made this shocking revelation about her dating life.
My ex-boyfriend was 22 years younger than me, hot MAGA Republican New York City police officer.
But there are a lot of people who were disappointed to learn.
Disappointed, upset, outraged.
You got back.
People had
you
a
got
lot
backlash.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you share it?
A lot of MAGA voters are hitting up trans women. And I've always wanted to believe that there could be love across political differences. We didn't work out, ultimately. If I'd known he was a cop before I met him, I wouldn't have met him. And I ended up having the most amazing 3.5 years of my life.
Laverne's life, love, and everything in between is all a part of her first ever one-woman show.
I also want to entertain. I want to make people laugh. I want to take people on a journey through my story.
What has impressed you the most about your journey?
I'm still here. For me, it's about the lessons that I've learned.
And those lessons and this woman take center stage at City Winery in New York Monday.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I heard about it and I didn't, delve too much into it. I knew a little about her, her saying she dated a MAGA Republican. I mean, you always hear, okay, well, what comes to mind when I think of somebody who dates the opposite of the political spectrum, I think of James Carville, the Democratic strategist, and his wife. She's a Republican. He's, a Democrat. I mean, I'm not going to say it can't work, but it just seems so weird when it comes to Republicans and how they make a big deal of the trans community, yet y'all hit up the trans community. Flame Monroe talked a lot about when they had their, convention last year, how Grindr was blowing up, with people from the Republican side, hitting up trans, people on there. So, I mean, it's almost like you contradict yourself. I mean, and I'm not going to...
I could say this.
Yeah.
I know some girls were a little disappointed at Laverne because, she's this trans activist and she was dating a white guy.
Well, does it have to do it because he's white as well?
Well, I mean, it does have to do with that. It has lots to do with that because, a lot of people think that she's dating the person because he's white. But, where I see the interviews where she said she dated him because the way he treated her. And I know a lot about dating black guys, and I know if I was dating a white guy, they would treat me much better, much better. They would be.
But is that, you know what the problem with that statement is? And I'm not saying it's bad to say that, but just by one person making that statement, saying, somebody who's okay, black and trans like yourself and Laverne Cox, and you date somebody outside your race and you say they treat you better than your own race, people will either eat you up in the comments, or you have something to say about that, because it's almost like, wow, what, you're trying to say black men don't treat you good?
Well, we all know that black DL men, they will get with the trans woman, but they'll get with CDs, they'll get with anything which is feminine, but they will not necessarily go out with you in public. They will not even acknowledge you.
But to play devil's advocate, I mean, can you say that's all DL men, white, Latina?
Well, I just got a message from the DL guy, but he said I'm open to dating a trans person and be open with you in public.
But see, that's so. But it's so weird when you call yourself DL. If you're going out with you in the public, you're not, in my opinion. I mean, is he okay? I should ask: is this person married?
No.
So he's just completely just on the DL.
Yeah, but he's
open, but if
he's open with his experience of trans.
Okay, but let's say he goes out with you and somebody he knows sees y'all.
I mean, who cares?
Okay, no, and I hear you. But for so many years, the whole DL, I'm just gonna call it phenomenon, it always baffles me with some of these guys where, okay, I think it's great that he's accepting of you and he's willing to go out in public with you now and stuff like that. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, but a lot of DL men would not be comfortable going out in public, and it's not even necessarily that the whole possibility thing. It's they will not go out with any trans person in public like that, because.
But then you have to ask, what's the why? Okay, I get what you're saying. They won't go out with any trans person, so then there has to be some insecurities.
Of course, it's a black thing. It's primarily.
But see, again, the reason why I'm playing devil advocate and defending black people, because I guess I don't like that, and I guess a lot of people don't like that statement where it's almost like you're saying, and I'm not saying you, but how people will say, let's just use women in general. All men are dogs. No, not all men are dogs. The men you mess with are dogs. We can't generalize and say all. That's why me personally.
Well, I'm not saying all.
No, I know you're not, but people, and I get what you're saying, because you're looking at it from, I mean, let's be real. A lot of us mainly deal with our own community. Yeah, we may have white friends, Latino friends, Asian friends, but a lot of us deal with our own on a regular.
But I can appreciate what you were saying, because she was saying she found a love which was just pure, was amazing the way she felt. I mean, she's dated black men before.
Of course, I'm sure.
But black men do not treat her the same as.
Well, do you think they don't treat her the same because, let's just be real, deep down they don't believe you're really a woman? I mean, because what's the reason? I mean, at the end of the day, when we use the saying love is love, regardless if it's gender or whatever it is, I mean, or how you choose to live your life, love is love. So I just feel like, why shouldn't a black man, if you really, okay, like this guy that you're telling me about who's interested in you, if he really likes you, I would hope it grows to some type of love for you and let's be together, but I guess I just feel like I guess that statement, and again, if she found love with a white guy, no matter what his political beliefs are or what color he is, that's good, But I guess that statement does kind of, I guess, rub me the wrong way sometimes when I hear people say,
I can get it. I get where you're coming from, but I know that black men would not treat me the same as a white man or other people of other ethnicity.
so you would say the same thing about Latinos.
Yeah, they would not treat me the same as other races like white.
All right, well, what about Asians?
Asian are more open. Yeah, they're more open. But Middle Eastern, no.
Okay. No. The reason why I'm asking that, because again, just like, okay, like we're having this conversation and I get what you're saying.
But you know what it is? One of the main reasons is white people are so, they don't give a fuck, because who's going to say anything to them? I mean, who's going to care that you're dating this trans woman?
But you can also say that about, I mean, again, I get what you're saying, but I feel like, okay, for instance, when we had this conversation, when we were hanging out, and for me, like I said, I didn't see you in a year, and we were out hanging out with friends, and as me and you were like just walking back. I mean, because again, like I said, I didn't know you were coming out in the public as your full, living your truth self. But when you were telling me, oh, I'm getting, IDs and things change, it all put two and two together. I feel like, yeah, she's getting all these things changed. She has to be going out in public as who she is. Yeah. So that's why I said I was very proud of you, because, yeah. And like I said, with me walking on the street with you, even we were walking with the other guys, I didn't feel no different. This is my friend. If people thought me and you were a couple, and let's say they thought I was straight or whatever, it didn't bother me. It did not bother me. Okay. And I feel like if you are on the DL or whatever, or you're straight acting and you like this person, then yeah, I don't see no problem with it. And I just feel like, I guess because I'm defending black people, because I know how black people would take it. If somebody sees this, I can imagine because it's almost like trying to make it look like, oh, you trying to say black people, don't treat y'all right or treat people right.
I date black men.
No, I know, but black people will take offense to, black people take offense when people will say, well, black people are the most homophobic, where at the end of the day, all communities are homophobic to some degree. Yeah. I guess we can't paint, the black community as a whole. Now, if we're looking at it from just being black and that's our lived experience, I do get that. But it's almost, that's why I don't say, that's why I don't like that saying when I hear women say, all men are dogs or all men are cheaters. To me, the word you should say, and I guess it's all about language, you should say the word a percentage. Because again, you know what, at the end of the day, no one knows what the damn percentage is. No one knows what the percentage is. No one's done a damn nationwide survey of every person and got the actual number. I mean, I just feel like it is language that makes, I guess that makes it digestible, because people get so up in the arm. Oh, what you trying to say? All black men don't know how to give black women love?
Well, like I said, there are a certain subsection of the black population who are into trans, who will not go out with a trans person, but they'll fuck a trans person.
Well, and we'll see again. And to that point, by you just saying that right there, yes, and that's the thing I don't like, because it even with that whole, what was that dude back from the 90s who was on Oprah, that JL King? Like, he made it like, because it was the whole DL thing. He made it like, gay men are for having sex, but not to go out in public with them. And, making it look like, oh, so what you're saying is what, gay people aren't warranted of love? Just like, I guess to some degree what you're saying. Like, I'm not worthy of going out in public with you, us holding hands, us being affectionate with one another in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do feel that's wrong, but I guess, just people seeing this, people will be like, you trying to say all black people.
But going back to Laverne Cox, I I could imagine how she feels. And if I like white guys, I would date them, but I don't like white guys. I like black guys. That's my
Okay,
preference.
so to make a long story short, you just got to accept what you're getting.
I guess so.
No, I mean, no, well, okay. This guy you met, I hope he treats you right. And he has no problem with going out in public with you.
I just met him today on the app, so we haven't even.
Okay, well, I hope he's just not saying that to try to,
Yeah,
to
just
get
try to get in
some.
my pants.
Exactly, because they'll say anything. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are notorious for that.
Well, especially when you meet them on these apps. I mean, it's just sad to say with these apps that it is. That's why I don't like that people put, "Oh, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for friendship." No, you're not. You were looking for one-on-one. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.